VEO3 Hyper-Realistic Tutorial. I recently created a sci-fi movie trailer using Google's VEO3 AI video generation model, and I was impressed with the results. But the images were a bit cartoon-like. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get more realistic-looking renders. First, let me show you the completed prescription drug commercial I made. It's a spoof.
The following fake drug commercial stars AI actors and is for entertainment purposes only. Real humans should not behave like this.
I used to be depressed, but now I don't feel anything.
My boss said I needed to own my mistakes. So, here we are.
My husband said he needed some space. I was happy to help him, thanks to 2 little pills.
My wife was always nagging me to fix things around the house. All set, honey.
Screw it all. The fictitious antidepressant you've been on since 1953. Stop caring and start coasting.
So did you like my Screw It All commercial? I sure enjoyed making it. Here's how I did it. First, I wrote a 30-second commercial script. Nothing fancy, just dialogue and a basic shot list. I like to have a plan when creating with VEO3. To spice things up, I put each shot in a different time period, from the 1950s to the 1980s. After that, because VEO3 turns text prompts into videos, I then created a text prompt for each one of the shots on my script. Let me show you each text prompt and then what VEO3 generated with my input. But first, to use VEO3, go to labs.google/fx/tools/flow. Then click Sign In with Google. Create an account if you don't have one. I have one, so we are in Flow and you'll see my project. I'll click New Project. Then I can choose Text to Video, Frames to Video, or Ingredients to Video. For this tutorial, I'll just be using Text to Video. Then I'll click Settings and change Outputs per Prompt to 1 and Model to VEO3 for the best results. Then I'll type in my first prompt. Then I'll click the right arrow button to generate a video from my prompt. When the video is done rendering, you can watch it and then download it to your computer by clicking in the upper right-hand corner of the player and then clicking the down arrow. I like to download original size 720p. Now let's check out my prompts and the results I got using VEO3. Prompt 1. Setting. Interior of a typical American home in the early 1950s. The style should be realistically rendered, reflecting the clothing, hair, furniture, decorations, and architecture of the era. Scene. An attractive woman in her early 30s stands behind an ironing board that has a face-down iron on it that is burning on fire and smoking. She is wearing a red dress typical of the early 1950s, along with a clean apron. The room slowly fills with smoke. The attractive woman looks directly into the camera, smiles, and says, "I used to be depressed, but now I don't feel anything." Style. Realistic photography, aiming for a high level of detail and accuracy. Overall tone. Darkly humorous and slightly unsettling. No subtitles, no music, no captions, no text on screen, no text overlay.
I used to be depressed, but now I don't feel anything.
I really like the way this video turned out. The 1950s style details are pretty cool, and the woman looks very real in my opinion. VEO3 did decide to ignore the iron facing down. Oh well, it's cool that the shirt is burning. Prompt 2. Setting. Interior of a kitchen in a typical American home in the early 1960s. The style should be realistically rendered, reflecting the clothing, hair, furniture, decorations, and architecture of the era. Scene. A handsome man in his early 30s is sitting at his kitchen table, buttering toast with a knife. He looks happy and stylish in his 1960s suit in his 1960s kitchen. His bald boss, who is also wearing a suit and tie, sits next to him tied to a chair with a lot of rope. His mouth is gagged with a large piece of tape. He's nervous and sweating. The handsome man is happy and says to the camera, "My boss said I needed to own my mistakes, so here we are." I love my new medication. Style, realistic photography, aiming for a high level of detail and accuracy. Overall tone, darkly humorous and slightly unsettling. No subtitles, no music, no captions, no text on screen, no text overlay.
My boss said I needed to own my mistakes. So, here we are. I love my new medication.
This came out great in my opinion. I love the time period look, but most of all, I like the boss looking freaked out. Great contrast between him and our happy guy. Prompt 3. Setting, exterior of a garden in the early 1970s. The style should be realistically rendered, reflecting the clothing, hair, and architecture of the era. Scene, a 6-year-old woman is happily gardening. Her 1970s style house is in the background. She's dressed in 1970s clothing. She pats down a suspiciously large mound of fresh dirt in her flower bed. It's large enough to fit a human body. The 60-year-old woman says, "My husband said he needed some space. I was happy to help him, thanks to 2 little pills." Style, realistic photography, aiming for a high level of detail and accuracy. Overall tone, darkly humorous and slightly unsettling. No subtitles, no music, no captions, no text on screen, no text overlay.
My husband said he needed some space. I was happy to help him, thanks to 2 little pills.
This also turned out great in my opinion. The acting is really solid, better than most AI characters. The only thing I don't love is the dissolved transition from the wide shot to the close-up shot. I would have preferred a cut. One thing you can do is add camera directions in your prompt. Maybe I could have written something like, make this one single shot, or the camera slowly zooms in. That's my fault for not being clear. Prompt 4. Setting, exterior of an average American house in the suburbs in the 1980s. The style should be realistically rendered, reflecting the clothing, hair, and architecture of the era. Scene, a good-looking 50-year-old African-American man stands in front of his 1980s style house, which is engulfed in flames. As his home burns, he seems happy. He's nicely dressed in a collared shirt, cardigan, sweater, and pants. The good-looking 50-year-old African-American man looks into the camera and happily says, "My wife was always nagging me to fix things around the house. All set, honey." Style, realistic photography, aiming for a high level of detail and accuracy. Overall tone, darkly humorous and slightly unsettling. No subtitles, no music, no captions, no text on screen, no text overlay.
My wife was always nagging me to fix things around the house. All set, honey.
This is really good. The guy has a great look and a great voice. His laugh at the end always cracks me up. I'm not sure I love the pause between his lines, but I could live with it. I didn't want to use up any more expensive credits. After I generated all of my shots for the commercial using VEO3, I went to artlist.io on the web and generated an AI voiceover and downloaded a cool music cut for the trailer. I have a paid subscription for Artlist and I really like it. I even made the ending shot of the bottle there. Then I opened Adobe Premiere Pro and put all of the elements together. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.